Merit Brazil, past Staff Coast Dagger, among Your Excellencies, Senior Officer, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Parade Commander Major Mohammed Abdul Qadir is now marching forward to submit the parade to
Ladies, for inspection, sir!
Watermanship course at Amphibious Training School, Calabar, and Joint Operation Coaching course. He also attended Armed Forces Command and Staff College for his junior course and senior staff course in 1994 and 1999 to 2000 respectively. Other courses include the Armament, Demobilization and Reintegration course at Cornwallis Park, Nova Scotia, Canada in 2000, and National Defense College in Bangladesh, and the United Nations Staff and Logistic Officers course in India, amongst others. He was 2 Brigade Commander and also Sector 2 Operation Polo Shield Joint Task Force Commander, a highly decorated senior officer. The immediate past Chief of Army Staff has the following awards and honor: Nigerian Army Medal, Order of Military Merit Brazil, Forces Service Star, Grand Service Star. Others include Past Staff Course, Daga, National Defense College, Bangladesh, Field Command Medal of Honor, Foreign National Honors Award Medal, Training Support Medal, and the United Nations Medal for Angola Verification Mission 2. History and a Master of Philosophy in Security Studies. He also holds an honorary doctorate degree in Leadership and Peace from Kaduna State University. The reviewing officer is also a member of the Historic Society of Nigeria, and his hobbies include farming, squash, racket, and jogging. He is happily married and blessed with children.
To carry out the rest of the parade, sir!
Finish your shots, move to the other side. Move down. Okay, move your
Par excellence, to celebrate the longest serving Chief of Army Staff of the lot to the development of the Nigerian Army in keeping faith with his vision to have a professionally responsive Nigerian Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you familiar with military parades such as this, you will realize that the guards are not marching in close shoulder-to-shoulder contact, which is the standard practice while marching in slow march. This was deliberately done to maintain a safe level of physical distance between the guards on parade. You also realize that saluting dice, they will once again take turn to pay their respect to a general to salute. Captain B. Benjamin just to salute. the front line in the Northeast, prosecuting the fight against terrorism and insurgency, leading
with deep sense of humility and with reverence to the Almighty God that I stand before you this morning to deliver a farewell speech after a very successful service in the Nigerian Army and tenure as the immediate past Chief of Army Staff. Like we all know, at one time or the other, we get to a point where we need to bid each other goodbye. But it is not always easy to find the right words, especially when you have worked with dedicated and courageous team that are always ready to give their best. My dear officers and soldiers, like you are all aware, I handed over command of the Nigerian Army to my successor yesterday, and I must thank Almighty Allah for finding me worthy to serve the nation as the Chief of Army Staff of one of the best armies in Africa. I must also thank the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, for appointing me as the 20th Chief of Army Staff. I remain grateful for this opportunity. Today is a day of appreciation and not a stock-taking day, but let me put on record that I left the Nigerian Army better than I met it. The Nigerian Army, under my leadership, was able to achieve great feats in the fight against insurgency in the country. We may be experiencing pockets of threats here and there, but I can confidently say that no part of Nigeria is ceded to any terrorist group or criminals. The counterinsurgency operation is a warfare that is new to the Nigerian Army, but over time, we have continued to improve and devise means of tackling the ever-evolving dynamic nature of the threats in the country. The Nigerian Army has remained resolute in the discharge of its roles as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I urge you all to continue to rise to the occasion. In the areas of training and welfare, the Nigerian Army, within the period of my leadership, has ensured that training is given the desired attention and quality, as well as standards where the hallmark of training in the Nigerian Army training institutions. Since my assumption of command, I ensured that effective and efficient healthcare delivery services were provided to personnel and their families, as well as retired personnel. Several hospitals and medical facilities were constructed, upgraded, and equipped to provide specialized services in various aspects of medicines. Where the required services are not available within the Nigerian Army medical facilities, treatment of personnel and their families are authorized in designated private specialist hospitals across the country, and on many occasions personnel are evacuated outside the country. The greatest area of impact in the last 5 years was in the area of infrastructural development in the Nigerian Army. Virtually every cantonment and barracks across the country had a feel of this infrastructural development. I may not outline every of it here, but the compendium of Nigerian Army transformation during my watch as the Chief of Army Staff captures most of my modest achievements in various areas of the Army. Let me quickly say that these achievements wouldn't have been possible without the support and cooperation of all the officers and soldiers, as well as our retired colleagues and civilians working with us. Like I said earlier, today is a day of appreciation and farewell to the people that made my tenure memorable. I have my mentor, the Honorable Minister of Defense, who nurtured and tutored me well while he was in service, and now as a minister. My sincere appreciation to the Honorable Minister of Defense. Let me thank my governor, Professor Babagana Umara Zulum. He has been supportive to me and, of course, to the Nigerian Army, especially in the fight against insurgency. He came with a unique leadership, and I assure you, collectively, the Nigerian Army and the Borno State government will end this insurgency within the shortest possible time. The remaining enclaves have already been entered by our troops. That the process of evicting them and dealing with them decisively. On this note, I want to urge the Chief of Army Staff to maintain the momentum and the pressure to rid these last vestiges of the terrorists in the Northeast. Now, to members of the National Assembly, I thank you most sincerely for always coming to the aid of the Nigerian Army. I must also acknowledge in our midst His Royal Highness, the Emir of Biu, His Royal Majesty, the Olowo of Kuta, a very good friend. I appreciate your presence and for all your valuable advice and support. To my family, I thank you for your patience and understanding. It has been a tedious journey, but you held on. Let me, at this point, pay tribute to our departed heroes who paid the supreme sacrifice in the service to our fatherland. May their gentle soul rest in perfect peace. For the families of the departed, as well as to our injured personnel, I say you are not alone. To our gallant officers and soldiers out there in various operations, I say bravo and keep the flag flying. To all of you that found time to honor me today, I say a big thank you. I must equally express my gratitude to all Nigerians, all well-meaning Nigerians who have supported me and the Nigerian Army over the years. Their support has been quite tremendous, especially the press, notwithstanding some occasional skirmishes. I wish to express my sincere gratitude to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, members of the Federal Executive Council and the National Assembly for all their support to the Nigerian Army during my tenure, and I believe my successor will enjoy the same support. As I leave finally today, I have the following advice to the politicians of our dear country. At this point of our development, we need politicians who are statesmen to work very closely with professional and loyal military commanders. The combination of these is the panacea to unlock the security challenges facing our country. Furthermore, the military and the civil authorities must work together, with each performing its core mandate as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is the nexus between development and security. There is no gainsaying that without security there will be no development. Likewise, lack of security, lack of development breeds insecurity at the state and local government levels. That is where most of the insecurity situations are manifested. Finally, I must say today that I am living with wealth of knowledge and experience that I will always cherish. Working with you all in this learning environment has been fantastic and worthy experience for me. I enjoin you to support the new Chief of Army Staff as he pilots the affairs of the Nigerian Army. Once again, thank you, please. Thank you, and please remember that
of Lieutenant General Buratai. Two outstanding chapters of the book are The Miraculous Escape and Dr. Kumu Speaks. The former is a narrative of how miraculously he escaped death when he got drowned in the pond. The later chapter tells us about the first encounter between President Muhammad Buhari and General Buratai, which occurred in 1975, when the author was a 15-year-old student of Borno. That time I was a full captain anyway. This book, at that time, General Buhari was the military governor of northeastern Nigeria. This book is indeed a short memo of an outstanding general who started from humble beginnings and through sheer hard work and the grace of God rose to the pinnacle in the army. His life will no doubt continue to be a point of reference for exemplary leadership and the inspiration to younger minds.
Okay, the day by sit down one.